Welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Larry.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Kevin.
And today we're doing a Keeping It Real, which we were going to do this last week.
Keeping It Real.
But we didn't have enough time to. I wanted to do this around the fire pit, but it's raining today, and
that would have been sweet.
It would
have been nice.
It's misting right now, though.
Because anytime that we can do
we'll just picture a nice little fire pit right here.
Yeah, I could have put one in.
Yeah, Tom, get the Duraflame going.
Yeah,
let's go.
We could have did that, but they
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be the same thing, though. It wouldn't be the same. Like the fire pit in front of us and that over there.
Yeah, so let's just start a
it's
fire
imaginary.
No, it's new carpet, dude.
Let's just imagine a nice little.
Can't we digitally put a fire pit in the middle?
You do anything
well,
we want.
I think our editor might be able to do that. I think so.
I feel that'd seem pretty easy.
We wanted to do a topic though that I think that we all agree that is a pretty good topic, and that is the power of music.
100%.
And I knew that Kevin would like it, and I knew that you would too, because I know that you play guitar and you love music.
Used to.
Well, you still mess around with that.
I love music,
right? Yeah, and you love music. Well, I know this guy loves music.
Yeah, he's like
anytime he can.
What's that app?
Yeah.
Shazam, is that what it is? That you just like, it's like an app that you can get where you can like play. All right, songs on the radio, hit record,
it now too,
and then the phone will be like, "Oh, this is so and so by so and so."
Oh, really?
And it's like Kevin. Any song.
Full useless knowledge.
The guy hosts trivia every week, and I feel like every week he would get 100% every song I ever play.
Right.
He just knows it.
Yeah, and music, you know, they say it soothes the savage.
It does.
Savage beast.
Or soul. Soothes the soul.
Soothes the soul. It moves people. It brings back memory. I could tell you guys real quick that like my mom with her dementia, right? She couldn't remember like yesterday. Right? She couldn't remember, or last week, or anything like that. But she could sing a song and remember every lyric to the song, which was fascinating.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. And she couldn't remember. She thought I was her brother, you know, at times, or she wasn't sure who I was, but she could remember a song. It's bizarre, but that's the power of music.
But I feel like, good.
No, just like the bizarre thing is that your brain remembers songs you don't even think you like. And then it'll play, and you're like, how do I know like 95% of the lyrics to that song?
Yeah.
It's not even a song I would listen to, but it's like that muscle memory that you're just...
Or that song you're trying to get out of your head. And it's like it's in there, and it's like it just...
It's going on
like
right
it just keeps playing. Like if somebody brings up a song to you, and then all of a sudden it's on repeat.
I'm not going to say one, because then it'll be on.
Yeah, it'll be, yeah.
But I remember being a kid, like trying to remember your spelling words. I remember thinking, why is this so hard where I can remember this whole entire song verbatim,
right?
But I can't remember the spelling word. And then they would do it. They have like, I don't know if it's online or whatever it is now, but like training where you can learn your spelling words, but you learn them to music.
Right.
So it helps you remember it.
Right.
Like I don't know if it's a connection between the words and the beat of the song that helps you remember it.
Right.
I don't know what it is. It's a big deal. Music is a big deal, but music in general, like even in movies. Like movies would suck without.
You imagine watching a movie without any music in there whatsoever.
Jaws is the perfect example.
Right.
Like without the soundtrack, the score. It's not a soundtrack. It's a score.
Right.
Whatever. That's that music they play in the movie.
Right.
Without that, or Star Wars. We don't like Star Wars.
Right. Hey Tom, could you do me a real favor while we're in the middle of this? Could you go? I left the TV on out there and I can hear it. Could you go mute that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I forgot I left it on and I can hear it.
But I mean, I feel like they can build up emotion and break it down. Like it's huge.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it's connected to memory too. Like there's certain songs at different time periods in your life
100%.
that if you hear it now, all of a sudden it takes you back to
100%.
that.
Oh, it instantly can bring you back to like when you're 7 years old and like.
Yeah.
An actual like I remember I was riding in the car with my mom and this song came up, that particular song, and it can take you back to a memory you don't even know you have, and it just like it's almost like in Harry Potter where they pull that.
I never watched that.
Really?
You should. It's incredible.
You should. It's really good.
You know when they pull out that
really
memory from the one professor's brain?
Yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, it's crazy how
it really is good. You should watch it.
I think the main thing we're missing on with music, and I know I've heard you say it before, and we both said it. Is that music it's the universal sound.
Oh yeah.
That, no matter what language you speak or where you're from, we're all hearing that music the very exact same.
Oh yeah, you can hear right,
100%.
Right,
doesn't matter the words.
At all.
Right, that's what I was just going to say.
Sometimes the words matter, but not
for sure. I mean,
universally.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. What
that
you're saying.
sound, we're all hearing that sound.
Yep.
Yeah, and what Joe's saying is true too. Is like there's some people that are real big lyric people, and there's other people who just like the beats. It doesn't matter what they're saying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm a big lyric guy. Like I don't like songs that just have a good beat and don't have good lyrics to it. That's
I like
just
both.
me.
I need both.
Yeah, I do. I feel like I need both. So for me, sorry if I cut you off. Okay.
No, I'll wait my turn.
No,
it's better. Like, let's go down the line.
So for me, musically, it's the build-up and it's the dynamics of the song that get me. Like, there's this song by Ed Sheeran, which he has 1,000 songs that are popular. It's called Shiver. And there's this one, like, doom, 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 and these 4 notes that he plays throughout the entire song, and that's what got me hooked into the song.
Well, that's the hook.
And then I got into the song. But there's just, like, there's a horrible song by Ava Max, Psycho. Something, I'm Psycho, whatever it is. But there's a point in the song where it breaks down, and it's just like her singing it with a beat behind it.
Yeah.
It gets me into the song. Like, for me, it's all about the dynamics. Like, alright, perfect example. One of my favorite songs of all time, where Streets Have No Name by U2.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty lame song for most people, but it builds up so strong. And I've seen it live, which makes a big difference, but it's so quiet when it starts, and then becomes so big.
Right.
When it becomes big, that's the moment that I get hooked into a song.
And I just want to say, and that's the beauty of music also, is because I don't like that song that much, right? Of YouTube. I think they have much better songs, in my opinion.
YouTube, not YouTube, but
YouTube.
Whatever. You said YouTube.
Did I say YouTube?
You did.
Well, I meant YouTube.
I heard YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, but I think they have much better songs.
They do.
Right?
They do. 100% they do.
Right, but different songs mean different things to different people, so it can be just and not necessarily is it a great song of theirs.
It is, though, but I agree with you.
Right, but you even said that a lot of people don't.
No, they've had better songs,
Right.
but for me, it was the moment going to a concert and watching it. Right, so you're at a concert and the lights go down and they start playing the beginning of Streets, and when it kicks in, all lights flash on the crowd, and you're just like, oh my god, I get. So as an artist, they had an opportunity then when they played a song live. This is how he wrote the song to build up. Let's show them how he wrote it, so that it benefits in seeing.
It's a composition.
It 100% is a composition.
Right, but my point is that that's what the beauty of music is, that it means one thing to you.
Yep.
To me, I might not like that song. Doesn't really matter. To me, I don't think anybody can ever say that song sucks. No, in your opinion, that song sucks.
100%.
It doesn't mean it sucks, because there was other people that absolutely love that song. Even some of the songs.
And if we're talking about it, though, it means that it's probably pretty popular.
And it
probably
also
doesn't suck.
It also depends on how much you actually like that band and how much you've listened to a particular band.
You're right.
So, like, let's say for Joe, for you too, like, his fandom and mine are different. Both love them. But I might think a song's great, and he's like, He's like, he could be like, no, they have way better stuff. Listen to this album, and then come back to me and tell me about some U2.
Right.
And same way for Fish for me.
100%. I'm trying to say the same
Told me a couple Fish songs, and I'm like, they're nice, but like, I'm like, go listen to this Harry Hood from like '93, and then be like, yeah, let's go.
So yeah, you're right, and it's all about interpretation. The important thing about music is, and I think with any kind of art form, but music is just so universal and is used in every aspect in our life.
It memory so much.
It's almost like smell.
Yeah.
It literally is like it's just like it's part of your senses. Like if I smell fresh grass, I think of football, because when I used to play football and I would cut a grass, I'd smell it. If I hear a certain song, it brings me back to a certain moment.
Exactly, and it could be something that it was like a powerful moment in time. Maybe it was one of the happiest times of your life or whatever.
Lionel Richie all night long.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Okay, but
I'm just saying.
No, but I'm just saying.
It's not the greatest song ever.
Exactly.
For me,
a lot of people might sit there and say, "Yeah, there's so many better songs or whatever."
Song.
They could sit there and say that. However, but if it's attached to your memory that was there, that it's always going to have. Like I could sit there and say, like some Tom Petty songs.
100%.
Like You Got Lucky, right? If I said that to you, you'd be like, "Oh, I like that song." But it's not going to mean as much to you as it does to me because of the memories that it brings back.
Do you like that
Is
song?
it an Eric Clapton song? Tell me something. The whatever is about.
Oh yeah. We were talking about this Yeah, I used that. Well, everybody out there should know that I had a boat. I actually had 2 boats.
If you don't know, you should.
2 different times. But
Now you do.
I just say he had 2 boats. This guy bald.
Well, I had the same style.
Larry, 2 boats.
Well, they
Same
were
boat
little
twice.
different style, but the same kind of boat, a sea squirrel. But Joe was on both of them.
Sea squirrel.
Sea squirrel. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
It's a
Not squirrel.
Squirrel, not counterclockwise.
You said squirrel, not squirrel. That's
But anyway, guys, my point is that I had a boat and Joe would go out fishing with me, and I had a Eric Clapton cassette.
Yeah, cassette.
Cassette, because that's what I had on the boat.
It was a little white stereo
Oh my
in the
God,
middle
I
of his
can picture
console.
it. I can
Yeah, it was
picture
white, and he put the tape in it, and it had a dial underneath for the radio. Like it wasn't like
That's
that.
sweet,
It
yeah.
was like that when you move it and you see the orange bar move over.
And we went fishing, and we went fishing for week fishing.
Father's Eyes. Is that
yeah,
what it was?
Yeah, oh yeah. Which is really a powerful song because
It is.
he lost his son, right? And that song was about that. You could
window.
actually feel when he was
fell out
singing
his
that
window.
song. Yeah, you could feel it. You could feel the pain that he had in that song, which I thought was always amazing.
You
But
talking
anyway,
about Tears in Heaven?
No,
Here's
that wasn't something.
Oh no,
That's
no,
the one
oh,
about
yeah,
his
that's
son.
the one.
He
That's
wrote
what
about
I'm
his
That's
son.
what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
But this is another one, and you're
Yeah.
in
Tears in
Father's-
Heaven.
Father's Eyes is another Eric
Yeah.
Clapton song. That's not a typical Eric Clapton. It doesn't have the guitar riffs. It's
Yeah.
a slower kind of jam.
Yeah,
But I remember it.
it was on the same
Yeah.
cassette.
But I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
Clapton's amazing.
I remember from that boat. I remember that song, and that song reminded me of being on his boat.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Even
said that
though-
because that's the song that I was
Well, as
thinking
soon
of
as you
with
said
the
about
son.
the
Yeah.
loss of his son,
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
But I
it.
know which one
No,
he's
you're
talking.
right. No, you're right.
That was more like a jazz type.
It was, very jazzy.
Yeah. But he remembers the great fishing day that we had
We were
with
weak
that
fishers.
song.
Me
because
and
we
you
were
was
weak
super
fishing.
flat out,
Yeah.
and we crushed.
Yeah, we crushed the week
We
fishing. Yeah,
really
it was a great.
Absolutely.
Didn't go out far. It was only like a
Yeah,
mile.
it was like a 4-hour trip. We
Yeah.
called our limit. Like it was dope.
Yeah, and this song brings back that memory of
Yeah.
it was a nice warm day
Yeah,
that we were
there
out
was
there. It was-
no seasickness.
Yeah.
It was super flat. Like it was perfect.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But
That is the power of music.
Yeah.
It really
Exactly.
is the power of music.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I also think that not enough people I don't think listen to enough music.
Not now.
I can't
Yeah.
get
See,
enough.
it's different now.
I literally can't get enough.
It's
music.
different now.
Yeah.
And I'm always jumping. I'm always going back to like, all right, so the Beatles were my first love of music. That's what got me into music, and I think the Beatles are the greatest band ever. People would argue,
No, they started everything. They
but
started
they did.
everything.
The
You can't
Beatles
argue
did
it.
start the
You
revolution.
can't argue it. They started everything.
And the whole British invasion, and then it
Everything. They
just
started
exploded
rock
from
and roll
there.
music.
Right.
But the Beatles are what expanded my mind, and I
I
love
loved it too.
a lot of thousands of bands, and I would go see any live music.
Yeah, well that's why I knew you would love this topic because I know you're a big band guy
I am.
and you love music.
But I'm always searching for new.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. The question lies is like, because Kevin's the guy that talked about this is live music, like you said.
Right.
Like there's music that you hear on the radio and you can attach to memories and you have great times. But there are times that I've gone and Fish is a band I would speak of a lot because there's a lot of times I go to a show and I don't know any of the songs. I've gone to the entire Fish show. I've known one, maybe 2 songs they played the entire concert.
Right.
But you still have that moment where you're like, man, I feel the vibe
You
of
get
everybody
it.
else around me,
You just get it.
and I get it.
Right.
Like you're the guy. You go to all these live shows. Like what is it about a live show that just like is it the
And
vibe?
you've been to a lot of different bands too, also, right?
All different kinds of bands.
So
I've
all right.
seen.
So let's go with your favorite live show, and what is your
Oh, wow.
favorite, and what Joe just asked you about.
My
what
favorite
is it
live
about
show
live?
ever.
hard question, man. He's not ready for it.
It's Paul McCartney. 2004, I saw Paul McCartney,
So cool.
and it was. I mean, it was like an outer body experience.
Everything you wanted,
It was
right?
like everything I wanted. And
First concert you ever went to?
Black Crowes and Grateful Dead.
Okay.
Black Crowes is a good one.
Yeah, it was like the further tour. It was right after Jerry
Well,
Garcia
it's not
died,
that cool.
and actually Rusted Root was there too.
I
But
like Rusted
So what would you say is about a live performance that you like so much better than listen to, like, say on the radio?
the experience of just going there, partying in the lot.
I guess also you're also
hanging out.
There's a common denominator with all the people there too. They're all there because they love that type of music.
I mean,
right?
that's how I met my wife, is through music. Like
at a concert.
In a few music festival in upstate Vermont. And
Awesome.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
yeah, like, and here I am just.
If it wasn't for music, then I wouldn't know your two dope daughters.
Yeah, I mean, music is like
Your wife's okay.
It's a huge part of my life. So
She's dope too.
You know what's crazy is, like, I don't want to get too sentimental, but like after my dad died, music just that I gravitated towards music, and it gave me a release.
Yeah.
And like
That's-
like a new lease on life, and it was like crazy. So
That's the biggest point you can make, dude, is that it does. Like, I remember when I was, like, young and, like, having a crush on girls, never get any attention, and I would listen to, like, super sad songs like Richard Marx or whatever it was. And I would...
Richard Marx?
Well, I don't know, I'm just saying, he had his sad songs.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm just saying,
like one hit, right?
Yeah, or like
Richard Marx.
I still...
late '89, summer '89.
So I still remember my first slow dance ever.
I gotta
Was
Google
with
what
Kristen
song.
Scott,
No, keep
and it
talking. I
was-
want to Google
it
what
was-
song he's saying.
It was to Bryan Adams, the song from Robin Hood. What's the name of that song? You know the song I'm talking about. Everything I do...
Yeah. I do it for
Everything I do it for you. Right. So I remember my first slow dance ever to that song.
Yeah.
Music.
It's,
But I think that's what made the Wonder
Take
Years.
This Heart?
What's that?
it's
Was
one
that
where he's wearing
Tom Petty song?
No, that's
Richard Marx.
Richard Marx.
He was a big
Nah.
Cubs fan. I remember in the video.
Nah,
he was wearing
it
a
was
Cubs
like-
jersey.
Do, 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 do.
He had like two hits.
Hold on,
Maybe
I'll
three.
do it. Do. I'll be right there waiting for you. Right there waiting for
Yeah, like
you.
a
right?
raspy voice.
So Hold On to the Night.
No, right there waiting.
That's a good one.
Hold on to the night. Now hold on to the memories.
Right Here Waiting?
That's it.
That's a good one. He's Joe's right
I
there
wish we
right
could
now.
play. I wish we could play some song. Like we could play
Yeah,
it, but we can't.
Yeah, but
We'll sing you a verse from each song, though.
waiting for you.
He actually had more hits than I thought he
He
did.
had a lot of hits.
Yeah.
But dude,
Richard Marx.
but think it's like music just adds more to everything.
Okay. Before we close out, favorite concert you ever went to? First concert you ever went to?
Oh, it's so hard. First concert was MC Hammer. It was at Temple out there.
Oh, Can't Touch This.
Yeah.
Can't Touch This.
Too legit to quit, man. Now it was a Temple football game, and right afterwards MC Hammer played, or at halftime or whatever, so I got to see that. Best concert ever? It's hard to say. I'd have to say U2 because I've been to so many.
If you didn't say that, I was going to smack you in the head.
There
He loves
was
U2.
so my senior year of high school. It was on my baccalaureate. I skipped my baccalaureate and I went and saw U2 play at Franklin Fields, and that's probably
pretty dope.
just the whole experience of when it was in my life,
Right.
and the who I was with. It was just one of those moments. But I've had this past summer. I went to a fish show in Atlantic City, and I had the best time. So my best friend, Jay Turner, I've known since I was 3
I thought
years
you were going
old.
to say Kevin.
No. Jay and I both have said that we had one of our, we've been friends for 3 years old, so that's 40 years of friendship.
Right.
And that concert was one of those moments that we both had
That's cool.
that we still hold on to now. And to have that at 43, how do you say it's not your best experience?
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. For me, it would be
I was
Bruce
going to ask
Bruce
you.
Springsteen.
That way you didn't have to ask yourself.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen was my first concert I ever went to, and that was
Dope.
the Born in the
Great
USA.
first concert.
Born in the USA
That's pretty sick.
tour. And,
Sick.
And I would actually say that would have been my
Jersey.
favorite one, except for
Bruce is dope.
I went to Tom Petty's concert, who is my favorite singer,
I would love to have seen Tom.
and that would have
Me
been
too.
my
Me as well.
that would have been my favorite concert that I
Big
went
regret
to.
for mine.
But
When
I
did you
think
go see Tom Petty though? When was it?
it was right around the same time. You talking about when was it?
Yeah, when did you see Tom Petty?
that
was it when he was in the 80s or was
Oh
it
yeah,
like
it was in early
later in
80s,
life? Oh, so
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
when they were like on fire.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was it wasn't the You Got Lucky one. It was after that. So it was Pack Up the Plantation.
That's still in prime time.
Yeah.
So I can see you two now. I'm like, they're like 75 years
Don't come
old.
around here no more. That
Don't
song,
come
when he did that, was
around.
the stage, and that's the other thing, the stage show that they put on.
That's
Yeah.
also a big thing. Hey, it is a big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like seeing you two for October Baby was a big deal.
yeah.
It's a
Before
big,
you
huge
close
stage.
out, like another thing about music. Sorry, not to cut
No,
you
no, no,
off,
you're
but
good.
is like artists who we lose
Oh yeah.
and how popular their
And it
music.
feels like you lost part of
like
yourself.
for me, like I have such a regret not seeing Prince. Like my God, the
Prince
shit-
bothers me not as bad as Tom Petty does for me.
Yeah, I
personally.
mean, but like the how instrumental this guy
Yeah, he was
was.
dope.
I mean, he was just a genius. But like his music's gonna live on forever.
Right.
Like
right.
forever. Like people are like 40 years from now, like Prince was amazing. And
Yeah.
He is
know.
amazing.
And it is amazing how if you lose an artist that especially you were close to, like Tom Petty, like that was my whole, I guess, from the 80s on, like till he passed.
That's crushing. It's like losing
when
a
he
family
died.
member.
Oh yeah, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like,
because that music
His-
is
his-
family.
his music always moved me, and it always seemed like whatever songs he was going,
Yeah.
that he was putting out there, especially Heartbreak and everything. I felt all
Actually,
that
I can't
stuff,
wait to
you
your
know?
next barbecue and we're listening to some Tom Petty.
Yeah,
Too,
right.
let's get
Yeah,
out.
man.
Have you seen the documentary with Tom Petty yet? With Dr. Dre and Jimmy Levine?
No, I don't think I
You
have.
need to watch it because Tom Petty's got he's got a big part in that, and you should watch it.
Oh, I definitely will.
It's called what's it called? The Wild Ones.
Oh, I'm in on any
Dr.
music
Dre's
documentary.
it's music documentaries are the great. First of all, the best documentaries you're ever going to see are music documentaries.
Agreed.
I started watching the Beatles one, and then
On Disney Plus, I haven't even watched it yet.
It's long.
Get back.
So we watched the first one. It's fascinating the way that they wrote their songs and stuff, and they
Fascinating, dude.
My
Watch the
goodness,
band become a band.
Yeah.
Fascinating. You two got some good ones too, but there's
The Last Waltz.
the wild ones, Defiant ones. Maybe it's called Defiant ones. Watch it, dude, because you see Dr. J like get like NWA started,
Yeah.
and what
Oh,
he
I
did,
love that. I eat that.
and
kind
then
of
it's
stuff
Jimmy
up.
Levine. But there was that song Tom Petty had with what's her face? Is it Stevie Nicks?
Yeah.
That song, he made that song happen because he was dating Stevie Nicks.
He wrote
wrote it for-
Dragging My Heart
Yeah,
Around.
stop.
He wrote it for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
you see all of it, and Tom Petty and Bono, U2's all because Jimmy Levine was like a big producer.
Oh yeah.
And the
Oh, yeah.
connection
it's
between all
fascinating.
the art.
I feel like the producing could be the greatest position in music. Like lead singers are
Could
cool.
be the job that Joe always wanted.
No, but like because you can make
yeah.
a song.
I mean,
you know it's
without,
good and the other
Because you
one-
can-
Quincy Jones, there's no Michael Jackson.
No, it's all about
yeah.
the build up. It's all about the like a song is a song, but when you can dynamically change that song.
Michael Jackson, he's another one that changed the world the way he
changed
changed and
music.
everything. And guys, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to
We
cut
could
this
talk
off.
about this
'cause we're-
forever.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry,
Because I
we'll
know
never
that the
stop.
camera's
We'll never stop.
the camera's going to shut off pretty soon, so I don't want it
All
to
right.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Motor mouths.
Guys, if you guys want us to talk again about this, because we'll have a
will
lot more to
tomorrow.
say about this. We'll do another one on this
Right now.
Hopefully by the fire pit sometime.
Go listen to Duke
Yeah,
Flamingo.
seriously.
They're pretty amazing.
Music,
Yeah,
the power of
good.
music is fascinating, guys, and it's such a big thing in a lot of people, almost everybody's life.
We can even do like almost like a more often show like bands that we want to talk about.
Yeah, guys, I
I'm
hope
excited about this.
you appreciated this. Love you guys. Until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink. Put your feet up and relax. We'll meet you at the lounge, and we'll probably be playing music.
Wow, we really crushed. That's the first time maybe we all three did together.
Later, guys.
Well, we hit it so good, I didn't even hear him go ah. Did you go ah?
Yeah, all of us.
Then you were right in. I
You
like.
were
I
spot
couldn't.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.